Okay, we are live. Let me just make sure we are streaming okay on Facebook, and we will get started. Okay, we are good to go. All right, so good evening, everyone. Happy, what's today? Tuesday, I believe. Yeah, Tuesday. Thank you for joining me tonight. My name is Monique Nicole Holmes, and I'm the founder and creator of Employee to Designer. And I'm super excited because I have with me a former Employee to Designer Emerge member who has recently completed the program, and I'm excited to share her experience, her story. She's done some amazing work and has built an amazing business. So I'm excited to share what she's done and her experience. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce to you Miss Faye Sewell with Simplicite
Hi.
Interiors. Hello, welcome, welcome.
Hello, everyone. Great
Thank
to
you for
meet all of
joining.
you.
So we are live on Facebook, and we'll also be sharing this on Instagram. But Faye, I wanted to just take some time to chat with you to learn a little bit about your experience and also to share with everyone what you've built. And because I know, it was a an amazing, but I'm sure, especially on your end, a long 12 weeks of
Yeah.
work and discipline and just, showing up every week. And when I tell you guys, like, she showed up, she just is an overachiever. Like, she, was really great at brainstorming and just always was prepared. So I know that you are on your way to doing some great things. So I want to ask you a couple questions and have everyone, hear about your story.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about, well, first of all, how did we meet, if you remember, or how did you learn about Employee to Designer?
Yeah. So I actually was intentional about wanting to do a rebrand for my business. I knew that I needed to find a someone that was had done this business thing before, someone that was known in the industry, and someone that could be patient with me through the process. For my in my case, also coming from the real estate side as well as consulting in the financial and banking industry, I needed someone that could really take these different ideals that I had and put them into a good package. And so I literally just started searching. I started searching between Instagram, Facebook, and I was just doing some organic searching. And when I came across Monique's uh, profile, I did a lot of research for about a year and a half before I decided that I wanted to take the step. And yeah, it just kind of went from there.
Yeah. And I remember that now. I'm remembering we actually had several conversations and phone calls, and you were sharing with me like where you are in your business because you're like a veteran in real estate, and you were sharing some of your goals and aspirations and how you wanted to grow both of your businesses as an interior
Right.
designer as well. Um, and yeah, that was one of the things that I loved about you was that I felt like you had done your homework. And by the time that we connected, you knew exactly what you wanted. So I was very impressed with that. So yeah, now that you mentioned that, I remember those conversations.
I know it's a
So
lot to remember, huh?
so tell me a little about what did things look like before you took the Employee to Designer program?
Yeah, so definitely my business is very referral based. It's 95% referral based.
Mhm.
And so I felt like I was running five different businesses. I was all over the place. It wasn't that the work, the end result was always great, but I was so tired. I didn't have a lot of energy for myself. it was to the point where just contract management was just kind of all over the place. So, because my businesses are like, they're heart and soul to me, it's my baby. Like I put my all into my projects, whether it be a design or whether it be finding the right design home for a client. So when things would not pan out or go according to plan, it was like I know this process. I've been doing this for years. What is going on? And so what you showed me in the employee to designer emerge program was to really just hone on my secret sauce, my awesome sauce, which is project management, and put that in place. So it was totally different. Project managing an actual design project is totally different from making sure that every aspect of your business is project managed. And that's what I learned in the process, as well as setting up different back offices systems to streamline the process. So I may have answered two questions, but how I looked before was no structure.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
just kind of, I was I wasn't necessarily winging it, but
Mhm.
the jobs were winging me.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah. No, that's real. And I feel like you're not alone. Like, I feel like a lot of people go through that, especially those who are entrepreneurs at heart and
Yeah.
have multiple businesses. Um, Especially, in your case, they're complementary businesses, right? But for people who don't have complementary businesses, it can feel like, everything is all over the place. So, um, yeah, I remember that. And I remember, you saying to me, like, okay, we have to figure out how can I manage this and how I can bring this all together. So thank you for sharing that. Yeah, that's definitely real.
Totally.
So, okay. So I know you have your real estate business, and then you were looking to grow your interior design business. So with that goal in mind, and I want you to be honest, what hesitations or fears did you have before making the investment to join the program and making the decision?
For me, the hesitation at first was, could it work? And was the investment going to work for my type of business? Because in this case, I'm just going to take the quote that was the infamous quote that you gave me, which was, to fix the interior design business, it would fix my real estate business. Because again, um, at first they were very separate.
Yeah.
They were both referral based, but one side of the business dealt with more investors, the other side dealt with more referrals who knew me from the industry and the things that I've been doing in the industry.
Hmm.
The end result for both target audience was that they got a lifestyle design home. Each ICA got the same ideal end result. But in the beginning, it was like, is this going to work?
Hmm.
So when I studied I studied the modules, and I looked at it from, what's the end result, right? The end result is that I design luxury style homes. That's what I do. Okay, regardless of where the client is coming from, or I find them a luxury style home. So I need to make sure that every aspect of my business is in that fashion as well. So for me, that made making the investment easier.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, at first, I mean, it was like, wow, this is a big investment.
Yeah.
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 Uh, but I started to think about all of the hours that I had been spending where the projects were winging me.
Hmm.
And I started to, add up my time, the value of my time. Like I knew what the value of my time was outside of the two separate businesses.
Right.
But when I really started to look at what my time was worth, it was a no-brainer. Like I just
Mhm.
don't have time to
Right.
keep running around and make things wing me. It's not worth it.
Hmm. Yeah. And I think I remember you literally saying that on one of our conversations. You were literally driving to either show a home or
Yeah, I
find
was.
a home.
I mean,
And
I was,
you were like, I can't keep doing this.
no,
Like, I
I
got,
really was doing this.
X amount of showings this week. I mean, so business wasn't your issue. It was, okay, how do I manage all of this and
Right.
really create a business that's scalable, right?
Right,
So, yeah.
definitely. You said it. You said that that's the key word, scalable.
Hmm.
Because the thing is, the other part of my business is about empowering each one of my clients. Again, the end result is just they get this nice luxury style home or it's found, but the end result is that they have something that they can give to their families, or it is something that inspires everyone around them. So the thing is, like, if that's what I am, if that's the result of what I find for individuals and families, then every part of my business, such as my contractors, my assistants, all of that needs to be the same. And so they need to have time on their hand, right?
Hmm.
Because this is not, and anyone you know who you know me,
Hmm.
but this is not
Hmm.
Walmart,
Yeah.
okay? And I can't,
Hmm.
I can't have something that is, uh, Neiman Marcus
Hmm.
on the outside, but it's running like Walmart in the back. Makes no
Right.
sense.
Everyday low prices, right? Like, that's not right.
It just makes no sense, because that's not what the my clients are getting.
Mhm.
This is not
Mhm.
the value that's going in for their legacy and their wealth. I
Right.
mean, so it was just the process, and what I learned through it was to to really value what I was bringing to the table just as much as my clients that were referring me and that were working were valuing as well. I
Mhm.
had to say, you know what, this investment, I am worth the investment.
That's good.
My
Yeah.
future clients are worth this investment. I now can do more for them. I can be more present,
Mhm. Yeah. Because you've got
right?
things in order, right?
Right. I can be
Yeah.
more present.
Yeah. 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 And, I think one of the things too, to that point, that a lot of designers miss when they get in a position where their business is in order and they're running it the right way and they know what to do, is that they're able to take on the right clients versus just taking on and working and accepting whatever comes along their way, but really being able to be selective and, like you said, provide a service and a solution for your ideal client.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah. And just what I also learned in the process, which the other part of it, when, I decided to invest in the program, I was trying to do like three, four businesses,
Mhm.
right? Because they all served um, the same type of group of clients, but
Mhm.
at different stages in their journey.
Right.
That was another thing, it was a hesitation. It was like, how do I solve for this? I know there's a way to do this.
Yeah.
And what I recognize is that I I have a heart to help all. I believe
Mhm.
that everyone should live in a luxury style home. Everyone. And everyone's not at the place in their journey, in their lifestyle design journey, to invest in a luxury style home. So, what I can create for someone that's not ready yet, I can still give them something that's valuable in another part or in another type of service or digital product of my business, versus where it's something that is the luxury style home. This is something that's very personal. This
Yeah.
is about achievements. This is something that takes time. This is not something that we just, we just
Mhm.
scour the internet,
Pick some
snap a
products.
couple pictures,
Right.
and then here you go. Let's just order it.
Mhm.
And then it just magically appears. Like,
Yeah.
that's not how it works.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
those clients, right, they deserve the way that, because they're investing in them, in themselves, in
Yeah.
their the equity of their life, right?
Mhm.
They're celebrating that. They deserve more time and attention, right? And it's
Yeah.
not to say that someone else in the beginning of their journey doesn't deserve that same time and attention, but I can still give that time and attention in a different way. So
Mm.
I was able to learn through the employee to designer emerge program how to select services for my clients on the journey. That
Mm.
was the other thing, right?
Every
And
stage.
I also understood I couldn't be everything to everybody.
Mhm. Yeah. That's a hard one to usually
I mean, I
learn.
have a big heart. I really
Mhm.
want to help you,
Mhm.
but I had to learn there's a service for those that are not at the same level as, let's say, um, a expert investor is different from
Mhm.
a new home buyer.
Right, right, right. No, that's good. That's really good. So, what would you say to someone who has similar hesitations or fears that you had?
I'll just go back to, what I said a little bit earlier.
Mhm.
You are worth the investment. You are worth the investment. Your
Mhm.
time is is very valuable. I'm also an advocate and a mentor in my community, and not to get so uh, politically correct here,
Mhm.
but one thing that we are given in life that is free is time. Okay, we're given time is free,
Mhm.
and we're also given free will.
Yeah.
And with free will and we also have a body. We have one body, one mind. We have to be good stewards of our time, of our free will, and we have to be good stewards of our minds, this body, right? So making the investment now is going to, what you're saying to yourself is that I deserve 1,000 times fold more because I made the investment today.
Mhm.
You reap what you sow,
Yeah.
right? If you
Yeah.
don't invest in yourself, what happens, what you say to yourself and what you say to your business is that it doesn't matter. It
Yeah.
does matter. Every day, every year, as time goes by, businesses are getting smarter. They're
Mhm.
utilizing more automation and systems. And I know sometimes we may be, a little hesitant because, especially if you're in the referral base and you're blessed to have referrals come in, you're like, well, I don't have to do marketing. I
Right.
don't have. Well, no, you don't. But Blockbuster is not here anymore either.
Mm. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There is Netflix. Okay.
Right.
I mean, even CBS decided that they were just going to do Paramount
Mhm.
Plus stream.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
from that standpoint, we have to change.
Change, right.
We have to find
Evolve.
out, what are the best industry practices that are going on and how can
Mhm.
I implement them in order to be the best, be the best that I can be, the best for my
Mhm.
family, the best for my legacy, and the best for my clients.
That's
Because
it.
that's what is important.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the day is, what does best look like for you?
Mm. Mm. That's
Yeah,
good.
I mean, what does that
Yeah.
look like for
That's a
you? I
question.
mean, that's the question. I mean, it
Yeah.
looks different for everybody else. But every
Mhm.
day that you decide not to find a way to make the investment, right? What you're saying is that your clients don't matter.
Yeah.
You're saying that you don't matter. You're saying
Mm.
that your time is not valuable.
Mhm.
And yes, you can go all around the internet and try to figure it out, but that's time.
Yeah.
You could
Yeah.
have just found out from the expert. I mean, that's if you're working in, especially if you're an employee, that's the purpose of this program. When
Mhm.
you're working at these corporations, you're there on the backs of best practices and
Mm.
procedures and SOPs,
Yeah.
right?
Right. Right.
So that's good enough for you to make the money.
Mhm.
Well, it should be good enough for you to implement it for yourself in your life so that you can make some more money too.
Yeah. I love the way you put that. That's how my brain used to work when I was working in the corporate space too. It was like, okay, if I could do this for this, multi-million dollar company, I sure could do it for myself, right? I just have to
Right.
figure it out. So
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. And that's really great advice is just, to really ask that hard question of like, how much do you value yourself and your business and what you want to become and create? And, are you willing to make the investment? And not just only from a monetary standpoint, but from a time standpoint, because, this program is 12 weeks. It's not like it's, you watch a video and, and,
Right.
this program is also one of the only programs that coaches interior designers on a private basis, meaning this is not a group program. So you don't just join a group and watch some videos and then you're left to figure it out yourself. Like
Right.
I'm in the trenches with you. We met every single week and
Right.
we were working
Every
together,
week. And
right?
when it
Yeah.
wasn't right, it just wasn't right. It didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Go
So
back
that's
and
really great advice. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just want to say I appreciate you, Monique, for your attention to detail, to think about me before you ever met me the designer, to think about all of the questions I would have, to think about all of the concerns and the scary moments, to think about all those things and have a program in place that answer all of those questions and then some. I mean, it's to the point where if I have a question now, then now that I'm out of the program, I am referring back to the modules and to the workbooks that I worked through. And because I don't have to reinvent the wheel because I've already laid the foundation and the groundwork, right, for
Right.
what needed to be done. So
Mhm.
it's again, I've this program that you built, thank you so much. It gives the a sturdy, steady, tried and true foundation on how to not just, you know, um, thrive, but sustain in
Mm.
this industry.
Mm.
It takes in consideration burnout. It takes
Mm.
in consideration, when there's more projects. It takes in consideration you, the designer, and you being the best designer for your clients. And I just think that that's just amazing. Again, because you're in the trenches with us, and you're having those tough conversations. Period. So I just appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you and for being committed and showing up, right?
No
That's
problem.
I think that's like the blessing of a coach is when she gets to work with entrepreneurs like yourself who are hungry and super smart and just, you know, continues to show up. So thank you. Um, all right, good. So what do you feel like you liked best about the program? So I know you've shared that you've learned a lot, but if you could like just share one or two things that you feel like um, you just really enjoyed or like the most, or maybe got the most out of and learned the most from, what would it be?
So definitely the one-on-one, the weekly one-on-ones, because while there was a component of it that did include where we met on a weekly basis as a group,
Hmm.
the one-on-one was a more personalized approach where you didn't have to sit up there and there's these coaching programs out there that I've been a part of where you go to the meeting, but then you have questions that's really just your question. And
Hmm.
it's not like, as they say, it's not side door or back door or across the street coaching,
Right.
whatever that is. Um, yeah, your business is your business. It's unique. And so the fact
Mhm,
that you had the one-on-one, I appreciate that. Definitely number one, the most. The second thing was the additional bonuses that you had,
mhm,
that was in the program that um, you you had just started to offer. So I
mhm,
think, that was just amazing. Having a really great team. Your team is an all around great team. They're relatable. They meet you where you are. They're patient with you, and having the one on ones with them, again, to create something very unique. All the way down from, hey, what are your brand assets, down to, okay, well, how are you going to look when you walk out to your
mhm,
next appointment?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
why are you spending like an hour, I don't know, with that eyeshadow? I'm just giving an
Mhm.
example. I'm a little funny here. Um,
And that's what I
I'll
love
catch
about
the
it.
humor. Um, whatever
Right.
that is, right?
Mhm,
Like, it was the team and that you have matched the one-on-one approach. It was just a consistent approach throughout the entire program, and it wasn't all over the place, again, like some other programs that I have seen and been a part of out there. It was sync. It went step by step, and even when things changed, it made sense that it was changing.
mm,
Makes
mhm.
sense,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it was catered. It was definitely a private, one-on-one, it's about you program, and I appreciate that.
mhm. Oh, good, 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 good. I'm so glad to hear that. Yeah, and to your point, I'm always trying to get feedback from you guys on how I can improve the program and, what updates or changes I can make. And so I do appreciate all of the feedback that you have provided me because it helps me to, you know, improve the program as it goes along. So I'm glad that you got a lot of value out of the structure of the program and how it's run. So, okay, so now that you've completed the program, can you share with everyone some of the specific results that you've gotten and um, yeah, just like some what has happened since you completed the program and what are some specific wins or results that's happened since then?
I knew you were gonna come here. So the thing is, I'm a fairly shy person, even
Mhm,
though I'm not necessarily shy. So I will say this, that since I have finished a program, I'm definitely a lot more confident to take on larger projects. I'm more confident to be very firm about, what clients I can serve with what time I have.
mhm,
I've also been able to, again, just in the I will just say a light rollout. I've already garnered a couple of projects for next year to
mhm,
start. So that's very exciting. And again, this is not even a full rollout of the rebrand.
mhm,
Hearing really great things from my community around me, and so I would just say that that has just been such a blessing for me, because it's taken the stress off of having to be all the things and do all the things. And
mhm,
now I know how to show up, and then I know how
mhm.
to not show up. Like, I know when to show up, how
Right.
to show up, why to show up,
Mhm.
you know,
What to do when you show
what
up.
to do, what to do, when to do.
Right.
Um, you know,
Awesome.
it's just amazing. I had a conversation with someone that was interested in my services, and
Mhm,
I didn't have to. I could just let them talk and just say,
mhm,
yeah, no problem. When you're ready,
mhm.
just go to the website
That's right. Yeah.
and just
Yeah,
fill out
that's
the form,
amazing.
and then we can go from there.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got a process. Oh, I
It's a
love that.
process.
You got a process, and it works
Sure.
for
I
you.
mean, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm here for you. The website is there.
that's right. Awesome, awesome. And so what would you say to someone who's where you are or where you were, excuse me, before you joined the program? Like if they're in your shoes right now, what would you tell them?
Definitely be honest with yourself about what your capacity is. Be Don't be afraid to say you need help or to raise your hand and say that you want help, and don't sit on your gift,
Mm,
or I would say put a put a cover over your gift or limit your gift. That's what I mean.
mm,
Don't limit your gift because you feel that, you know what, I can just do this all by myself. You
mm,
can. You can do it by yourself. And
mm,
you can also burn out.
mhm. Yeah.
So
Mm,
don't, again, I go back to ask yourself honestly, have a deep soul searching conversation, and whatever you need to do personally, meditation, prayer, whatever that you need to do, have a conversation about it or not with
mhm.
anybody else, because it is your decision.
Yeah.
Ask yourself the question, what is the best that I want to be?
Mm, yeah.
When you ask yourself that, and how do I want to serve? And
Mm,
at what capacity do I want to serve best? And then when you write that down, or you dream about it, you write it out, and you have that real true conversation, you're gonna realize we're business owners here. And this is basically corporations. I say this in my mentoring and advocacy. The I is at the end of the word. Okay.
mm,
The
mhm,
I is at the end of the word. It's not in the front.
mhm,
So you're going to have to cooperate onto something.
mhm.
You might as well learn
Right.
from someone
Mhm,
that has done this, that has the relationships, that can tell you the potholes and the sandboxes and all these things to just not go over. Don't
mhm,
even drop into those. Just go around that. Just don't do that. Don't waste your
mhm.
time with that. Bet
Right.
on yourself because
Mm,
you are worth it.
I love that. Bet on yourself. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's so good. That's so good. So my last question is simply, based on your experience, would you recommend the program to someone else? And if yes, why and to whom? Who would you recommend this program to?
I definitely would recommend the program. I've already recommended to a couple of designers
Yeah.
that said they were having that same struggle all over the
Mhm,
place. The business is
mhm,
winging them.
mhm.
So again, it's for someone, you right now you have questions. You're like, how do I streamline my business? How am I able to duplicate myself?
Mhm.
How can I make 5 more mini me's?
Yeah.
How can I have more time to continue to do what I love? How do I, how do I show up more for my clients
Yeah.
in the best, most effective and efficient way? If you are asking yourself those questions, and you might have even said a prayer, well, this program, and this is, I know this might even sound announcement or marketing, like, this is it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Because the patience that you're going to get from Monique and her team as you build your business, as you right size your business, is priceless. Okay. Like, it's priceless. Okay. Because they're gonna understand you. I mean, again, you have the idea, they're gonna take your vision, and it's gonna come to life, right?
Mhm, mhm.
So I would say just, you know, think about it. And when you're ready, again, in my case, my testimony is I reviewed this program for a year and a half. I
Mm,
didn't immediately. I mean, it wasn't feasible. I didn't have the time. I thought I could still, I
yeah.
was there. Don't do what I did. Okay? When I say don't do what I did, I took too long. I
Mm,
did.
mhm.
But I also came in right on time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
And
it's perfect timing. I'm able to relaunch um, my business for the new year
Yay.
in peace,
That's good.
in peace,
Yeah.
no chaos, with, just with serenity, with
Mhm.
simplicity,
Mhm.
like I,
Yeah.
not just, I'm just confident about it. It's whether or not someone works with me or not, it's
Mhm.
okay because
Yeah.
I know my plan and I am working my plan. And my plan, again, guided by the employee designer team and Monique, like my plan is solid. It's an
Mhm.
amazing plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and when I say it's an amazing plan, it's just not a plan. It's like it's a doable plan. It's like in my sleep plan. I just don't have to, I don't even have to think about it. Just
Yes.
go to the website. Thank you so
There
much.
you go. I love that. And that is a perfect segue. Thank you so much, Nisi, for sharing that. And I, I want to just share something really quick with everyone. I have to say that, like, Faye, you, out of all of um, the members that I've had the pleasure to work with, I truly enjoyed working with you because let me tell you guys, like, every session, Faye would have me laughing or smiling. And we just, would laugh and we joke and we'd come up with ideas. And you just always had a great attitude, even if you were tired and, you just, had been, working in real estate business that day and you still showed up. Um, and I think that that is just a testament that you're going to do some amazing things. I mean, you've already done amazing things. You've, had some great work and projects. And I know you've shared some wins with me and partnerships you've had the opportunity to work on and work with. But I just see so many additional amazing things coming because of your mindset and your attitude. So thank you for making it a pleasure, a pleasure to work with you and just a great experience because
Oh,
you can either make this stressful or, you can enjoy the process. And I felt like you chose to enjoy the process and take everything in. So
oh,
thank you for that.
thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yes.
don't know. I've been many days I didn't it when I say many days I wondered, I was like,
Mhm.
I questioned things. I
Yeah.
did. But I will say that the way that the program was just set up and also Monique, your encouragement, I was like, I gotta do this. Like
Mhm.
I can't go back.
Yeah.
I can't go back. There's
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
way.
Uh-huh.
I can't
Yeah.
go back. So
Yeah.
and then to see it all come together, I myself, I I can't believe I'm here. I
Mm.
mean, that's honestly, it's one thing to visualize and have a dream or know what you want to do. It's another thing to see it all come together and you're like, oh wow, this is like a real
Mm.
thing. This is like
Right.
this is really happening. This is like we done went to a whole
Yeah.
nother level. That we just not back there no more.
Goodness.
So I'm excited about it and I appreciate you and I thank you so much.
And before we go, share how people can get back with you on either side. Also, they can find you on new beautiful website. Please, um, can
Yeah, totally.
be
So
your website.
okay.
back. Okay.
Yeah,
There you
yeah,
are.
I'm
You're back.
here. Oh my gosh. So yeah, you were asking me about how individuals can get in contact with me.
Yes.
So as far as if you want to find me on a web on the internet on the web, that is going to be simpliciteinteriors.com. So that is simplicity with an E.
Yes.
Okay, Simpliciteinteriors.com. All right. So that's for the website. As far as also, you can, that same handle, you can use Facebook to contact me as well. So that's at Simplicite Interiors on Facebook. For Instagram, and for anything blog related, it is simply Lux Living,
Nice.
because
Nice.
that's the
All right.
result that
There
my
you go.
company gives.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Awesome. So you guys make sure you go check her out, support her, spread the word about her business, and bless someone. It's the holidays. I love, sharing designers' sites, and I think design is a wonderful gift that you can give someone. So make sure you let everyone know to check her out. So thank you again. It's been a pleasure. And we actually have our group coaching call tonight. So we're going to head on over to that. But again,
Head
thank
on
you for
over.
your time. Yes, thank you for your time, Faye. Thank you for everyone who's joined. If you have any questions about her business, again, she shared with you how to reach her. So make sure you get in touch with her directly. All right. Well, happy Tuesday, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. Again, thank you so much, Faye. And I'm looking forward to seeing and hearing about all the amazing things that I know you're going to do in your business to come.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I appreciate
You're
you so
welcome.
much,
You're welcome.
Monique.
Awesome.
All
All
right.
right.
Happy Tuesday, everyone.
Yes. And happy holidays.
Bye.
Bye.